Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It is time again for the knife of the day. Over the past 2 days, I've been featuring brand new Spyderco knives. Go check them out. You know, I have a playlist of all of the knives of the day. I have a playlist of all of the EDC, pocket dump deconstructions on this channel. Go check them out. There's a bunch of knives and cigars and all kinds of stuff. But especially the last two, because they're new knives. This is the third knife that I got in that package from Spyderco a couple of days ago. It is the Spyderco ParaMilitary 2 with a black blade and crucible CPM S35VN steel. Just a wonderful steel. It's the steel that Chris Reeve uses on all of his knives and has used on all of his knives for a very long time. S35VN steel, and look at that beautiful black blade. There's something about a black blade on a Spyderco that I really like, especially with all of the black hardware as well. This knife is available everywhere. It's available at Blade HQ and other places. Of course, the ParaMilitary 2, to a lot of people, is the EDC knife from Spyderco. You know, Spyderco released the military first. And by the way, I saw a clip from the Spyderco Amsterdam conference. They always have a conference in Amsterdam every year with some big Spyderco fans. One day I'd love to be invited or to go there. They introduce a lot of brand new knives, some future knives, but also they allow, is it the Spidey Collector on YouTube? I follow him on YouTube and on Instagram, and he released some quick videos of some of the newer Spyderco knives, and guess what? A lightweight military. So of course all of us are waiting for the lightweight Para 3. He also showed a lightweight Sage 5. So it looks like Spyderco's doing a lot of lightweight knives. I can't wait. Could you imagine a lightweight with FRN scales ParaMilitary 2? Oh, lightweight ParaMilitary 2? Talk about a wonderful EDC knife. Well, this is a ParaMilitary 2 with the black coated blade, S35VN steel, and that brown G10. Of course, full flat ground blade. 3.4-inch blade. You know, it's a clip point blade. Full flat ground. Man, it slices and dices. Remember those old commercials? This slices and dices. That's the Spyderco ParaMilitary 2. Just a wonderful all-around EDC knife. 3.4 inches, but of course it has that full, like a 60-40 forward choil for you to grab up onto. 40% of it steel, the other handle. I know I mention that all the time, but I like that. That forward choil just makes it fit so comfortably in the hand. And I love that Spyderco doesn't take all of the choil from the blade. They share it from the scales, which is really nice. There's jimping on the blade side, so when you put your index finger in there, it really chokes up. And then, of course, you have jimping leading up to the Spidey hole, so it just fits in there perfectly. So 3-inch, when you take away that forward choil, 3-inch of sharpened edge. And of course, this comes out super sharp out of the box. 8.3 inches total. and it weighs 3.7 ounces. So you have this wonderful blade, not too big. For some, the military, that's why we asked for a paramilitary. We want a smaller military. But bigger than the other thing we kept harping on with Spyderco. Hey, we love the paramilitary too. Can you make it a bit smaller? So they released the Para 3. This is, to quote the Three Bears, just right. Just right. Now you add a very, very strong compression lock, and oh, what a beautiful knife you have. Of course, the compression lock, Spyderco, I have a lot of compression locks on some of the earlier Spyderco knives, but most people, most of us, when you see a compression lock, you think of the paramilitary too. Of course, Spyderco has really increased the use of the compression lock. I mean, it's everywhere. It's on the Shaman, which I talked about yesterday. It's everywhere, and I'm happy that it's everywhere. G10 scales with that medium roughness, just enough to grab into you, but not enough to make it a nuisance. I love all of the black hardware as well. The black clip. It usually comes right hand tip down. The military comes right hand tip down as well. But of course, on the paramilitary, it's a four-way clip. Right hand, left hand, tip up or tip down. And with that compression lock, even in the other hand, it's easy to manipulate. See-through construction, stainless steel embedded liners, easy to clean, wonderful to carry, and it looks pretty too. Four-way clip, and that military family of knives, made in the USA, the military, the paramilitary 2, and the Para 3, they all have a huge lanyard hole. Again, to give you all kinds of flexibility. I think the military family, the military, paramilitary 2, Para 3, and the Mannix have some of the biggest lanyard holes there are. Ah, it's a wonderful knife, and why it's so wonderful is its simplicity. The design is simple but so functional. And that compression lock. Don't forget, I'm doing a trimming. That's where I go through my collection as it starts to grow more and more as I get new knives in. And I'll be selling them just to you, just to the members of this channel. That's it. And that's coming. I'm recording this on Thursday. It will be coming next Friday. So we're about, what does that make it? 8 days away. Some of the new knives, I haven't decided what I'm going to be trimming, but there will be a lot of new knives in there. It's funny. Do you know, after the last trimming, I trimmed so many Para 3s. I don't have a Para 3 in my collection because I'm waiting for the lightweight Para 3. It has to be the next thing to come. I mean, we're all waiting for the lightweight Para 3. I can't wait. So there won't be Para 3s unless I get some new Para 3s before the trimming next Friday. But there will be paramilitary 2s, maybe even this one. But there will be new paramilitary 2s and a lot of other new knives, as well as some Chris Reeve knives, Microtech, and other knives as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and once you subscribe, there's a little bell. Hit that. That's notifications so that you know when a video drops. It's first come, first serve. Great prices on knives that have never been used and never been sharpened. Ask some of your friends who have bought the knives. I want to compare this to an Endura. That's the Wharncliffe Endura. And with the Drunken. Actually, I just want to play with the Drunken and show it off again. But I thought that'd be a nice kind of comparison too. I'm being honest. I've been playing with the Drunken this morning. There you have it. Brand new knife, knife of the day, the new Spyderco ParaMilitary 2 with S35VN steel from Crucible. Black blade, black hardware, and that brown G10 scales. It's a beautiful knife. And there's not a lot more I can say about a ParaMilitary 2. Super sharp right out of the box. There you have it. The knife of the day. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys have a perfect day. And I mean that. Just have a good day. The weather has turned on the East Coast. We had almost 70 degrees yesterday and sunny. More of the same today. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.